I'm excited to share with you the parable of a king and his 4 wives. I feel the moral reflects well on the purpose and the vision of Shakti-life. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 4 wives. He loved the 4th wife the most, spoiling her with his deepest affection and providing her with only the finest things life could offer. He also loved the 3rd wife and proudly displayed her to the neighboring kingdoms. He relied a lot on his 2nd wife. She was his trusted adviser and companion. Whenever the king faced a problem, he could confide in her and she would help him get through the difficult times. However, not much can be said about his 1st wife. Despite her significant contributions to maintaining his kingdom and her tireless efforts to win his love and admiration, the king barely noticed her existence. One day, the king fell gravely ill. Despite his efforts to find a cure, he realized that his time was running out. He reflected on his majestic life and decided to spend everything to prolong it, leading him to consult a mystical sorcerer. The sorcerer said, "I'm sorry, Your Highness, but nothing can be done. Your death is imminent. However, I will grant you the chance to take 1 wife with you into the afterlife." Thus he asked his 4th wife, "I have given you nothing but the best in life. Now that I am dying, will you accompany me into the afterlife?" "No way," replied the 4th wife, and she walked away without saying a word. The sad king then asked the 3rd wife. "No," replied the 3rd wife, "life is too good here. I'll stay. When you die, I'm going to remarry." He then asked his 2nd wife. "I'm sorry, but I can't go with you," replied the 2nd wife. "I can only see you to the edge of your grave." The king's heart sank, and he felt a deep sense of despair. He was utterly devastated. Then he heard a weary, sad voice speaking softly. "I'll go with you. I'll follow you, no matter where you go." The king looked up and saw his 1st wife as if for the first time. She appeared aged, beyond her years, barely recognizable due to years of neglect. With deep regret, the king said, "I should have taken much better care of you while I had the chance." The moral of the parable: we all have these 4 wives in our lives. The 4th wife is our body. We often shower our body with the most affection, spending our lives adorning it with exquisite clothing and ornaments, yet in the end it will abandon us when we die. Our 3rd wife is our possessions. We invest much of our time and energy in accumulating wealth, but none of it will accompany us when we die. Instead, it will be divided and passed on to others. Our 2nd wife is our friends, family, and our relatives. We love and trust them, and in return, they offer us comfort and support when we need it. However, no matter how long they remain by our side, they can only accompany us up to the point of our burial. And our 1st wife is our spirit. We often neglect our spirits in the pursuit of wealth, pleasure, and power, not realizing that it is only our spirit that accompanies us after death. While it's important to take care of our bodies by staying healthy and exercising and to enjoy time with loved ones, we must also remember to nurture our greatest treasure, our spirit. To lead a fulfilling life, it is essential to find balance in caring for the 4 aspects of our existence: our body, our earthly possessions, our relationships, and our spirit. By giving each of these areas the attention they deserve, we create a harmonious life where we are not only prepared for the end, but also enriched in the present.